And indeed, I did mean right back. So here we are now with our base mediated option. This is a reaction that's actually called saponification. The origins of that go all the way back to soap formation, and indeed, that's really where these conditions first came from, was forming salts, taking animal fat, generally, treating it with some sort of, usually lye, which is basically potassium hydroxide, I believe, in water, heating it up and converting those animal fats, those esters, into carboxylate salts. So that's where the name comes from. That's just if you're interested. The reaction itself is, compared to what we just looked at with the acid-mediated hydrolysis, or acid-catalyzed, actually exceedingly simple. Now, we have hydroxide, so sodium hydroxide. If I just pull out the hydroxide part, good, reasonable, strong nucleophile. Strong enough, it can add directly into this carbonyl. We don't have to pre-activate or do anything. Instead, we can just add. We can go directly to that tetrahedral intermediate that we've been seeing over and over and over again, and that we're going to continue to see for a while. So we're at this tetrahedral intermediate, and at this point, the reaction is still reversible. We want to reform a carbonyl, but we can either lose hydroxide or methoxide. Just as a note, usually alkoxides or hydroxides are poor leaving groups, but we're under basic conditions. So a hydroxide leaving group under basic conditions is okay. A hydroxide leaving group under acidic conditions is never okay. Try to keep that in mind. Here, basic conditions, it's fine. We can lose hydroxide, or we can lose methoxide. So if we lost hydroxide, we'd just get right back where we started. If, however, we lost methoxide, now we're going somewhere. We've gotten to a carboxylic acid, which is great. That's what we want as our product, but this isn't where the reaction stops. Because we have to think about, what did we also form? We formed methoxide. And I'm going to draw the Me here just so we're clear. This is that same methyl group I had over here. I've got a base. I've got an acid. Oh, I have an acid-base reaction. So indeed, what happens in the reaction is the base we form reacts with the carboxylic acid we form to give us a carboxylate salt and give us methanol as our byproduct. So this part reversible, this part not really reversible because we have fast acid-base chemistry that happens, and once we're here, we're stuck. And indeed, this is exactly where the reaction sits until we do that thing we've done in the past. Aqueous acidic workup. In essence, we add in enough acid to protonate this carboxylate, and that finally gives us then the product that we think about, forming a carboxylic acid. So do note, initially, we're forming a carboxylate. It's only after we do our workup that we form our carboxylic acid. And that is really all there is to saponification.